Maybe Dr. Saab actually she has shared the screen, so maybe she can.
Yeah, let's see my screen shares. No, my screen is
Yeah, Dr. Saab, it's shared now.
just one. Okay. So in our first lesson, we try to understand the importance of our software, how is in importance, and how it's different from other softwares which we currently are using in different academics and research stations. And then we discuss of our softwares. Our software comprises of four windows: window one, window two, and window three, and window four. So we learn what works every window performs, and where we write the commands, and where what is the mind of our softwares, and where command runs and show us error. And in those we see that the packages are installed there, and also plot graphics are shown in window 4s. And then we learn that the package and functions in ours. So packages are very important for every functions, for for every function. So you need package. Without package, no function can be performed. So then we have learned that the types of package. Packages are two types: built-in packages and third-party packages. So built-in packages are when you install the R software, you show in these show in window 4s. You can see it in window 4. But other packages, these are third-party packages, and people and different communities and programmers are developing different packages. So if you want to use their functions, you have to install that packages. And then we see that how we can install packages. We can install it by installation command, and we can also install it from window 4. Packages can be installed. And then we have activation of packages. Packages are installed in your window 4. But if these packages are not activated, not tick mark is not present on it, then it will also give you errors that the function could not be found in theirs. And then I show you one commands. By clicking one and once, all packages can be activated with a single line command. So this is our previous lessons where we have learned all about this. If you have some issues regarding this, after second lesson, we will also take your questions, and we'll share your screen. I hope that you all have successfully installed our software. If did not, we will discuss is at the end of second lesson. And today lesson, we are going to learn making a working directory. So how working directory is the connections between your R softwares and your computers and our softwares. So you have to develop link. So you have to give path your R softwares that where your files, data file, and R script are present. So you have to develop a working directory. It will connect your R software with the folder where your data file are present. Then the important step is import and export of data. You have to import your data files in our softwares, and this can be imported through CSV and Excel file, and Excel files are also text file you can import in our softwares. And then similarly we have do our statistical analysis and other summary and other stuff, and we want that we move this file out of our softwares into our system so we can share with other people's. Student can send their teachers, and teachers can send their students files after analysis of that softwares. So we will learn about these import and export of data files. Then graphics. We have made graphics in ours, and now we want to move graphic out of our softwares and how we can save it in as a PNG file and as a PDF file. How can we save it in our system? Then the important point is the multiple graphic in one PDF file. So in your in journal page, our editors demand that your different graphs should be combined in one file, in one page. 2 and 3 graphs should be combined together. So we will see that how we can combine different graphics in one PDF file through different functions of our software. Then is the very important and last step is save and retrieve our session. You have worked a lot of codes and you have done a completed 200 and 300 codes and functions, and you do a lot, and you know want to save all this working. So you can save it in hours, and in you are going to you complete one files and you want to working in other file, so you can use all your save sessions easily in other files. So you do not repeat to run every time all that codes that you have did you are working. As we will see in our data analysis, first we will import, then structures and subsetting we will do year by years. We separate our data. So it's all very important. So these are very important things. I earlier said that the lesson 1 and lesson 2 make you foundation of ours. If you understand these things, then the next step will be not be very difficult for you. So today lesson is also important. So now we will move to the R software. So any question up to that?
It's clear, Dr. Saab.
Okay, thank you. So my R software window is now displaying uh, and displaying on your screen.
Yes, Dr. Saab, it's displayed.
Thank you. Thank you. So now function, all my packages are installed and activated. So I think you will be no problem with the that steps. And that step is very clear. That's all my packages are installed and all functions. No, I can perform it. So this step, we have done this step, and we know we are moving towards other step. So first of all, it is set working directory. So this is the function setwd, set working directory, and this is the path of our files. So we can, so um, where your files are present. So this is my folders where all my materials of training is present here. So I will click on any files and right click that files, and you can see location. You can see this is the location where my all file are present. So I have to copy this location and put it in my R softwares. So I will copy this location and I will paste as set working directory. So, but one step is, as you can see that this is the forward slash, backward slash. We have to change it to forward slash. So so just this point, you remember that you have to change that slash, backward slash to forward slash. Then your working directory will be working. So you can see that set working directory is established. So R is connected with the my data files, and data files and R now are connected with each other. So be clear that this is very important steps. If this you are working here, you can see that your folder name should not be have space. You can see that my folder name was, this is my folder's name. I show you again. Screen is yeah, you can see the R basic course. So this is my folder name. You can see that there is no space in there. If there is space in the name of folders, then R will be give errors. So R will not in single space or double state. So your folders where your all data file are present, it should be have no space. So I will again repeat, this step is very important. So you have to click any file, right click, and you go to properties, and you go to properties, and then you copy this location and paste in our softwares, and you have to change this slash to forward slash. So then you will click, and now your path is connected with our softwares. So can anybody repeat this step? Set working directory is very very important, and many people cannot import their files in R. So anybody confusion in working directory, please ask question here. So it's a very important step. If you are not both folders, data folders, and R is not connected, you will not run any, you will not perform any functions and any things in R. So with this step, you will not move forward. So please remove your confusions if you have any confusion in set working directory. Please ask question at this step. I will clear. So that's a very, very important step.
So, Dr. Saab, working directory means that we have to connect our R package with our computer.
Yeah, yeah, we have to
Uh,
give path. That will be path
okay,
of our softwares, and that's so R will do all things, import and export from that folders. So your R files and data file all must be present in that folders. So
okay.
R
We have to
if you are
connect
a,
with that.
yeah, yeah.
We have to connect with the directory or in the C folder of the R files, or where?
Where you can put it in C, D, E, anywhere you can put, but you have to give that path to our software. So R will understand that it's a working data file is present in that folder. So it's not you are working your data file is present in two, three different folders. So R will not understand it. R will get confused where I can. He will give you errors. I could not find that file. So I give you, yeah.
Basically, we are giving a direction to R to pick the data from our PC.
Yeah. Well, you are giving, yeah, yes, that's correct. So you are giving directions to R, are
Okay.
giving path to R. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
But Dr. Saab, there is a little bit confusion. Yesterday, you told us that
Yeah.
there should be, I mean, all the data should be in one spreadsheet, right? All the data
Yeah.
should be in one Excel
Yes.
sheet. So, for example, if I have two or three data sheets and all of them are in the same file, and I select just like you selected two or three files right now. So if I select file one, file two, file three, all three of them are different, Excel sheet, and I copy the location. So it means that all three Excel sheets are, run by the same R software at the same time.
No. R will, we have in our next command, I will see that we can give R to that file name. So it will pick. But your all three files should be in same folder. It should not be in different three folders. So all should be in one folders. R script and all your data file in one folder. We can pick all these file individually. We will pick it one by one. R will not pick at the same time all three files. So it will pick one by one file. So we can pick all
Okay,
these file one by
in
one, but
case
all
if
file.
in case my data is not in different Excel files, if I put all the data in different spreadsheet of the same Excel file, so what we have to do in that case?
Yeah, we will, in a next step, I will show you that we can
Okay, okay,
import one by one. So we
okay,
will
okay,
give a sheet
okay,
name. We will give him sheet
okay,
name. So it will pick it, that data. So it's
Okay,
we will
okay, okay,
see.
doctor.
But you have to clear that your data files and your script file, all file must be in a same folders,
Okay, okay.
and
I
you
got it.
have
I
to
got it.
give direction that's to all that. Yeah. You have multiple data file, it's no problem, it's but it should be present in one folders, in one folders only. All folder, all thing will be in same folders. Or other things you can place in other folder, but every time you have to give its set working directory. Every time you have to make working directory. You can do work in the different folders, but you will have to develop working directory for each file every time. But if you want to remove this confusion, you have to make one folders and put all files. You understand my point? Anyone confusion with that? With Yeah, you can I give you two options. If you put all your files in one folder and make working directory, you can import all files from same folder. But if you do not want, you want different folders, then you have to make working directory for each file separately. Then R will move to that folders and will pick from that file. So R is machine learning. That's a machine. So you and this is robotics. So you have to give him directions. So it's not understand anything. It's a fixed machine. So you have to give its command. You have to give its order. So he will obey its order. But say if you are confusing him different folders, file, different data files in present, so it will be confused. It's a machine. So it will give you, no, I have nothing. So I show you one thing here. Yeah. Okay, anyone here questions?
Before before performing any task in R, we have to set the working directory. Okay.
Yeah. You are no every task no. You want to import file from different folders. Then you have
Uh,
to make working directory for each folders.
yes. Okay.
If you are working in a same folder, all your files and data file and script file are all same in folder. You do not need to do repeatedly to make working directory. So one
Okay.
working directory will be developed and you will do you can do all that things from that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, kindly give us a
uh,
demo. You have, sir, kindly can you give us a demo? You write that set WD, and the next thing you copy that all. Kindly show us if you how you
yeah yeah
copied
yeah
that.
yeah and I show you again. uh, my my screen is displaying to you. Okay. No, my you can see that in D drive, all things are, I have only D drives in my system. So in D drives, I have made a folders R basic course. This is my folders where I have put all my training materials, data file, and all script file are present in that. This is D drive, and I made a folders in that with the name R dash basic dash course. So I then click on that folders. So no, any files you can right click, so it will show you and right click and properties, and then you will be see the locations. Yeah, this is the locations. That's T colons, and this is backward slash R basic. This is the folder name. So this is my directions are this is my location where my all file are present. So I will copy this thing from that and then paste this thing in my SEWD. 1 minute. Yeah, this I paste here set working directory. So I will just change slash and I will run it. And you can
Okay. Okay.
successfully run. Yeah. So this is a very, very
Okay.
important points in previous trainings, and peoples are after 2 and 3, they were very confused. how they can import data. Though, so give short path. One more thing, try to give short path. If you give very long path where you have space in different names and folders, then R will be also give you errors. So keep a short path. So you have D drive, make in D drive folders, and so do not make folder, then subfolder, then subfolder, then subfolder. Yeah, and then you will have multiple folders, and then you will give it make working directory. Then chances of spacing will be there, and maybe create some errors. So it's maybe reason why sometimes errors come when people make working directory. And dear Mohit Ali, can you please repeat us about set working directory? Please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, setting the working directory
So,
first. It has to be short. Like we don't need to make a long working directory to avoid like confusion of R for reaching like our
yeah,
data. So it has to be short. Uh, there has to be no space between the names for the folder name, and then we use the
yeah.
command set working directory.
WD, yeah, yeah.
Yes, for the for setting the working directory.
Oh, good. And backslash, then we have to change to forward slash.
Yes, we
Or
have to
will
change
give you
the
errors.
forward slash to backslash.
Yeah. So you have to, that's a working directory. I am repeating, somebody has confusion here. He or she can clear it again and again. This is very, this is main and first steps. And this step is not complete and not working directory, no other things in R.
Sir, I have a question. When we will set the
Yes.
directory, so if it is in one folder, we have made the directory like in D folder, and we have to pick up some file from E folder. So how can we
Yeah.
input in it?
So you have to change then working
Will
directory. Yeah, you have to
okay.
make a new working directory for E folders. If you are working in D, you want to
Okay.
import other files from E, so you have to make working directory. So I am saying that you can import file from everywhere from your system, but you have to change working directory. Then R will understand. If R will not
Every
understand
time
where
we have to
these files are
find.
present. Yeah, every time
Okay.
you have to change working directory. If you are changing the working directions of your folders, you are making a different folder, subfolder, and other folders. So R will be not understanding that where your data file is present. So you have to change working directory in that case.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. So last 2 minutes. So I am now moving forward. So anyone can
So,
clear
sir,
it.
uh,
Yeah, Moiz Ali.
if I closed our software and I open it again, I
Okay.
have to see the working directory. I mean, every time I open the software.
Yeah, you working directory will develop. You have to just run it. It will be it will be present here. So
Okay,
it will
so
be
I just
present
have
here.
to
You
run
have
it.
to yeah, you have to just run it. It will be not problem. So
Okay.
it will be set. Okay, 1 minute, and we are moving forward with our import of data file. So we have developed connections between our R softwares and our folders where our data file is present. So now we can import our data file from CSV file, Excel file. Also, we have other ways, a text file and different, but you have mostly to deal with CSV file and Excel file. You have to import your data file. Now, in my folders, I have data underscore plant. This is my file name, and I show you again. So, okay, now you are seeing the screen. So you have to then again click to properties, and then you can see the type of file. So you will give to command to R, your file is CSV or XLX file. So you have to know what your data file is, what type of it. You can see the macro Excel comma separated values file dot CSV. This is the file name, types of file. So you must know that what is your data file and you are going to import. So you will right click on your data files and this dialog box will open and you can see type of file. Microsoft Excel comma separated file and you can last in .csv file. Now we know that our data file is type is CSV. Dr. Nasrullah, you clear that point. Type of file you must know. If
Yeah, but
R do not understand, it is CSV file, it's
I got
Excel file. So
e- yeah, even if our file is in Excel, so we can go to the command save as, and from save as we can change the, the extension to CSV. So the file
yeah,
will
you can
automatically.
yeah, it's will be you can import Excel file. We will see that you can also do that. But if you have CSV file, so you have to uh, .csv file type. And what is the
Gotcha.
difference between CSV and Excel file? If anybody can tell me what is different between CSV file
That
and Excel file?
that was exactly my question.
Yeah,
Comma
CSV
separated files are
in
called CSV files.
yeah, comma separator. This is just name, but in practically in CSV file contain only one sheet. It do not contain multiple sheets. In Excel, we send sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. But in CSV file, when you save a file as a CSV, it will save only one sheet. It do not contain multiple sheet. So CSV file will be individually. It will be one file, plant data, soil data, anything. It will contain only one data sheet. So it's a CSV file. So people most usually CSV file, so they may not be confused if with this is different sheets and if they import wrong data and work on it. So you can, but you can do Excel file if you are confirmed that. But CSV file, if you clear that CSV file contain only one sheet and Excel contain multiple sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So I will open that file so you can see that it contain only one sheet. And it's opening, it's displaying on your screen. So my CSV file is showing on your system. Okay, it's showing on your system. You can see that it's contain only one sheet, data underscore plant. So file name and sheet will name mostly same name. In CSV, you have same name, sheet name, and that the file name will be same in CSV, and CSV will contain only one data sheet. So you must clear that points. Anyone now clears that what is CSV file mean?
Yeah, yeah. Single
Anybody can
spreadsheet file is CSV and multiple.
yeah, multiple sheet will create CSV file. So now we will move in R. So everybody clear that point. So
In
you
CS
must
in CSV file we have to
yeah.
mention the ye sheet name also. Ye data
No,
plant.
we will see in we will see. Yeah, that's a file name. File name and sheet name will be same in CSV. So you do
Okay.
not have to confusion with that. So the file name and sheet name will be same. So
We mostly
okay.
not mention in one sheet. No problem.
Yeah, you will not mention. No problem. It will automatically adjust the file name and sheet name will be same. When you rename file name, its sheet name will automatically rename in CSV file. So you will not be problem with that. Okay. Now in ours, we have command that we data file is equal to sign or some people write less than and dash. So this is your file name. You can write any name, Khurram, Fahim, Dr. Nasrullah, anything you can write is equal to before this is not important. You have to write any name is equal to before is equal to start. Here you can write any name. I write data, I can write wheat, I can write plant, mango, and anything I can write here. So you can write anything before equals. It's a you can give any name here, and then after it read.csv is the function. Then that is starting from brackets and data underscore plant dot csv. This is the file name I am going to import in R. So I show you that what is file type dot csv. We see that in file type it was csv. And NA and the static show that it's deal with the missing values. If your missing value is present or will not give you errors and problem. So this is for not applicable, and that's a blank cells. So this is for blank cell. So you understand that this is the data file name, and then dot csv. This will be file types.
Dr. Saab, sorry to disturb you
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point, but it's important to clear this.
Important. Yeah, yeah. That's a very
As you see in the
important.
command, as you see in the
Yeah.
command inside the comma, the name of the file is dot data underscore plant dot csv. So if we go
Yes.
back to the folder, for example, directory D where our file is saved, so and the file there is data underscore plant. It is
Yes.
CSV file, but there is no extension as CSV. We should also write CSV in the file name in the back in the directory also.
No, you do not need to write there. But you have to specify
Okay.
here. If you can see that
Okay.
I remove it. Now you can see what R is saying.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
yeah, it's
but okay. So even if you remove it, it doesn't problem.
it's you can see that it's giving error in the
Okay.
in
Okay.
Windows
Yeah.
3.
Because
Window 3.
CSV is not mentioned.
It's not recognizing what file type is, what extension is that
Okay.
file. That why I'm saying that the file type is very important. If you If you do not write the types, R will give you errors. So you must understand which type of file you are going to import. This is
The
CSV
command
file.
also.
This is, yeah, there must be, it's in functions and then file type, file name, and then file type. So this will you will write, then R will understand it, what type of file you are going to import. So you can see that it's import no, it's given no errors. That's the important file type you must have to write. As we are giving his command read.csv. So function is read.csv mean that it will import CSV file. So function link with the extension CSV. Read.csv is the functions. So data underscore plant.csv is the file types. So you must have to that. And everybody clear? CSV file, how can we know this CSV file and how we can know import CSV file? And you can see in window 2 R has import that file, and it will be shown in window 2 72 observations and 8 variables. Data is imported in window in R software. It will be display you in window 2. You can see that it's showing there.
Yeah, quite clear, Dr. Sir.
Okay,
So what's
any
that after the CSV, comma, na, and what's that static signs? Why are there? They are there.
These are showing if your blank cell are present in your sheet, then R will continue its working and it will not give you errors. So these are for blank columns. I said in a previous lecture that
Oh,
some replications sometimes do not, we could not take data due to some problems, so we left it blank. We have take 2 replication but 1 replication destroy. So if we should set is blank, so R deal with that, and R will not give you a problem during analysis and graphics. So then this is for that.
okay.
Okay.
Sir, if we have to write it every time, or when if our data is complete, then we have
So, but
don't
it's a
have to write
good,
it.
but yeah, that's it's not needed. But sometime you sometime missing value, so you make practice consistent. So sometime you are not, sometime you have missing value, but R will give you errors, and you these things are in not will be not in your practice. So maybe create some problem in future. So you
And Dr.
make
Saab,
practice to.
we should include it every time because even though our
Uh,
data is completed in CSV file or Excel file, but sometimes when we enter the data in the Excel sheet or CSV, sometimes we might make a mistake and didn't put some value. So I think it's a good way that
yeah,
every time we put the command, we should add the NA asterisk this. I mean, it's
yeah, yeah.
a for easy
Good.
way. We
Yeah,
should
yeah, yeah.
always,
Easy.
yeah.
Yeah. This command is available. You just have to change your file, but make it practice to write these things.
And you know, Dr. Saab,
So,
SPSS, the very big delimitation of SPSS is that it doesn't have this command and SPSS can't interpret the missing data, just like R.
yeah, ours, yeah, that's a big, great beauty of ours. And say ours are the missing values, one single Excel sheet and one sheet. That's our, you will, we will move forward. You will see that's how R make your life easy. I said in first lesson. So R is very, very simple. And you are seeing then it's one line commands, and this is doing all that things. And these all line commands are developed. You just understand these command thoroughly. So it will be easy. No, you have to import that file. You have to in this line command, and you take change with your data, and your file will be imported. Set working directory. These all commands are developed. So you do not be worried that with that. So everybody clear with CSV file up to their set working directory and import CSV file in our
Yes, Dr. Saab.
software.
Yes, Dr. Saab.
Anyone other question here? So I will ask to somebody. So people are silent. Okay, who can? Sayed Adil Hussain Shah, can you please repeat us up to that set working directory and import of CSV file? Sayed Adil
Yes, yes.
Hussain Shah. Sir. Yes, good.
Set working directory is the path we have given to the Rstudio from we copy our location from okay.
Okay, good.
जी. And for CSV read, first we will give it to the function, then we will give the file name, and then we will give the extension. And for further we will give missing value also.
Okay, good. Dr. Farhina Shaheen, can you please repeat set working directory and CSV file? Dr. Farhina Shaheen, please.
Yes, sir. Working
Yes,
directory
thank you.
is giving direction our R system to working with for picking up the data from our PC. And well, CSV file is to import our CSV files.
Oh, CSV file. Oh. What is the difference between CSV file and Excel file?
Excel files have multiple sheets. I think it has only one sheet.
Okay, how can we know that it is CSV file and Excel file?
It's
How we know that is the data
the
file is
icon
present?
is different. The icon is different. A CSV file has a
No, how
different
can
look, and
my question is
it's
present in folder, and that's not in CSV or Excel. How can you know that it's a CSV file and Excel file?
We will go to the
we
type of file.
How will you determine it's CSV and Excel? Yeah. Say the other essential. Yeah, you have to right click
it's
on that,
mentioned in
and
the
then you will type a file.
no, it's it's already in the column mention
Yeah.
or there modified type size. I mean, if there is a file,
It's a
there
type
is
set, but
also
in
mentioning a data modification type and size. And plus, the icon of CSV file and Excel file are totally different. The Excel file is something with
yeah,
grids,
that's
but
that's
CSV is something plain.
yeah, that's A mentioned something, and sometimes A
Yeah,
is mentioned on that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Window 10,
good.
Window 10, Window
So
10, 11 clear So there is a on
Hmm.
the CSV file.
Okay, that's good. Now we are moving toward these points are very important. So I am going slow. So nobody that's it. I'm slow with that. That's are important points. If your data is in, you can do all your analysis. If data is not in, you cannot do anything. So this will be a very important point. Now the things you have Excel file, and we want to import our data from Excel. So how can we import it? So I mentioned that I am opening Excel file.
So, Dr. Sab, wait, stay here. You see, you have shared the screen, and there are file data underscore plant. Another one is also data underscore plant. My
Yeah, yeah,
question before that,
that's
here, do we need
yeah.
some sort of extension here? For example, the first file should be data underscore plant dot xlx. Xlx is means Excel, or in the other one is data underscore plant dot clv. Do we need to write this extension here in this file also?
No, no, you do not need to.
We don't need to write this extension here.
No, no, you do not need to write. It's already you can right click and you can import your data file.
Okay.
So now is open Excel file. So on your screen is displaying that this is Excel file, and this contain two files: plants file and soil data. So this is displaying on your screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so Excel has two files. So we have to mention what we file we want to working and import that file in our software. So we can work. So in CSV that was not problem. CSV has single file, so we will import that file from that. But in Excel file, you have multiple 2 and 3 and 4, 5 many files, but you have to specify the files you want to import in our software. So be clear this difference that in CSV file and Excel file, in CSV you do not need to mention the type sheet, and but in Excel file you have to mention that. So this is a data underscore plant read underscore Excel, and I have cotton underscore data. No, this is X. This is the type of file. So now I will again move to, and I will show the file type. So 1 minute, this display on your screen. Yeah. And you can see that the type of file, Microsoft Excel file, and in bracket you can dot XLSX. So this is the file type. So you must, as earlier we said, the CSV file in Excel file, its type. You have to mention this type. What is this type of file you are going to import? So you must clear the type of file. It's very important. If you do not mention that type, then R will give you errors. So you have to clear it. Dr. Nasrullah, clear you this point? Type of file.
Yeah, Dr. Sab, now it's clear because if you put cursor on that, it actually show the extension just like you show
Yeah.
on here. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a difference between. So here is the read underscore Excel is the functions, and that is the cotton underscore data is the file name, and dot xlsx is the extension of that file, and then you have to mention what you need plant file or you need soil file. So you have to mention that in specify what sheet you want to import in our software. So I will run this command, and you can see that data underscore plant has. So as Dr. Nasrullah question, as he has multiple sheets, so we can also, this is plant sheet, and similarly we can import second file, second sheet, as a soil. So, so we have to change the sheet name, and here is the file name. Also, we want to give new names, and you can see that so we have both files now, plant and soil, both are imported in our software, and you can see it in window 2 in the mindset of the R softwares. Okay, clear up to that.
Yes, Dr.
Set
Saab.
working directory, and then import of data file from CSV, import of data file from Excel file. Both will be function will be changed. Read.csv if you want to import CSV file, and if you import Excel file, read underscore Excel will be the function. And other thing is important. You have to mention extension. What is the file type in both places? And major difference between CSV file and between some mic is open. Please close it mic. So when I will ask you, then please open your mic. So no other body disturb. Okay, good. Thank you. So I repeat again, we have up to that we have learned that we can import file from CSV file. We can import Excel file. In a CSV file, read.csv will be the functions, and you have to mention extension.csv. And in a CSV file is the file name and sheet name is same, so you do not to mention here. But in Excel sheet, you always have to mention what sheet you want to import. If you have multiple sheets, you will specify the name of that sheet, and you also mention the extension type of files. And so here, so we have completed a set working directory, and we can import a CSV file, and we can import Excel file. Now how we have done our working, and we want to
I have a
export
question,
our.
Dr. Saab. Yeah.
Yes,
Before
yes,
we
yes, yes,
move to
please.
import, okay, it's quite easy to work with the CSV file because it is a single spreadsheet file. But in case of Excel sheet, we may have lots of Excel sheets. So let's suppose I have approximately 70 spreadsheet in one Excel file. So every time I need to do is just change the name. For example, the first spreadsheet should be plant, and then another command, the soil, and the third command, mulch, the fourth command, nitrogen, the fifth command. So I mean, we can deal with more than 50. I mean, there is no limit of spreadsheet in case of Excel file. We just need to change the command. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. You just have to change a file name, and just you have to sheet name. You will change, and it will be present separately. This is a sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and all 70 sheets. So
So
you
if
should
we
not
have
problem.
70, so if, PhD student have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
very data. So you mean it means, Dr. Saab, that if some PhD student have 70 spreadsheet in one Excel file, so in this first window, we have to put almost 70 commands. Yes, this
Yeah,
import Excel.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, yes. You can import unlimited. It's open for you. How many sheet
Okay,
you have, you can import here. So no problem with
okay,
R.
okay,
So R
okay,
has
okay,
sufficient space. I see. But
okay.
but important point is that you have to know this is the name you put, that you put here correct that name. So you know that the
Got it. Yeah.
yeah, that's a file name. So here we make a sheet in R this is the sheet name. So you have to remember that you are important that sheet and what is your names here. Okay, that's our very, very basic concept, and these are very, very important. So we have import our data file in R, so we can do our analysis, we can do our graphic easily through in R. So these are very, very important. So I will now quickly will move to forward. I have many things today to tell you. So we will move. So basic things are very clear to you. I think I hope this will not be problem with you. And Dr. Mohit Ali, can you please uh, tell us any question up to that? That's very, very important.
Yes, sir. I have no question. Just I want to make sure about the point of
Yeah, yeah.
using CSV file and Excel file. Only the number of the sheets.
Yeah,
because
only, yeah, the main
in
difference is
CSV
between
file,
the, yeah,
in
yeah,
CSV file, I cannot have more than one sheet. But in
yeah,
Excel,
bilkul.
this is
Yeah.
the main difference.
Yeah, that's the main point is that you have multiple sheet in Excel and you have single file in a CSV. So that's
Okay,
a
that
major difference. So you have to specify sheet name here in Excel, and you do not need to name sheet name in CSV file. So it's a CSV file is very easy to handle and to do with easy. I roundabouts do all thing in CSV file. So but so you have both option Excel and CSV, so you can work in easily. So but I will suggest all of you to always work in CSV. It's a very simple thing and you can do easily, and you do not confuse with the name of sheets. So try to deal with in futures with CSV file. But I give you both options. So you have, if you have Excel sheets, so you can import your data file. So it's not problem for you. But my
okay,
advice is that you deal with CSV. That's good.
okay. Up to here, it's clear.
Okay, good. No, that is very basic, and in here your data is present in R, so we are now moving with forward. So we will keep quickly moving. So no, I will so keep your mic mute also. I will complete my complete lesson, then I will take question and from you. So basic are then that's okay. But we will clear all thing before closing session. So so I have to make a connection and think between so you can understand it. So we are now up to there. We are working trajectory. We have a CSV file and we have Excel set. We have import our data. So other thing is how after our analysis, how can we move our data from out of our software in our system so that we can do our statistical analysis and graphic show to other our supervisors, or we can deal with our colleagues, so we can share all our analysis with R and graphic. So then the next step is the I want to summary. That's data. I want to summary command summary underscore data. Summary is the functions. I want a whole summary of my data. So you can see that this is whole summary of I perform that just a simple summary functions. So no, I want to take this summary out of our softwares. So here in the when I import data, I said I write read.csv, and then now I will write write.csv. So my data file is write, and it will be import in my folders. So I will. So you can see in window 3 that R has write that CSV and summary, and this is import. Also, I have write extension in .csv. So first I write function write .csv. At the end, I also mention in .csv extension. I need this output file. These were our input file. Now we are dealing with our output file out from the R's. R has produced this file for me. So I show you that. And this screen is yeah, and you can see that R has now this file is in my folders where I make working directory. So R has export this file for me, so I can share it or see that, and you can see that plant height, pad value, and all summary is exported out of our softwares. So it's in my folder. So R has export this file into my folder. So you can write and export file CSV, write.csv summary dots, and you can also import as a Excel file, as we can import. So now we can also export as Excel file. So you have to write Excel as this is in double colons, write XLX, and this is what file I want to data file. This is the main file. So I have data file dot xls. This is the extension. So I can import data files. So this R has also Excel file. Yes, this is the data files are as you can see that R has export as Excel file. Your screen is displaying. Data underscore file is displaying on your system. Yes. So this is the output file of Excel's file. So same like that, we can import as CSV file. We can also export our CSV file and also Excel file. If you want to export write.csv summary underscore one summary underscore one dot CSV, and then this way you can write your result file in as a CSV file, and you can also export your file as an Excel file, and you have to write that functions first, and then your what you file want to export, and then if you want to change the name, you can write it data underscore file dot xlx. That is the extension you want to export. So similarly, that's you want to import, and similarly you can export your CSV and Excel file. Then is the print out text file. So you print like printers we have print. We can also print our summary file. We do our summary analysis. So we sync. This is the function sync summary dot text and print summary under. You can have this is the function R will print out that summary for you in a notepad file. So you can see that notepad file. So you can submit your assignment in like that text file. So you I repeat it again, sync and this screen is displaying and R softwares. So you can see that the sync, and this is you can print your results on notepad and you can submit your assignments like that. Sync, this is the summary.txt file. This is the file name you want to make, and then the function we perform earlier is summary underscore one, this one you, and then sync, and this will print out your file as a notepad sheet. So this is the way you can export your data out of ours. So Dr. Nasrullah, can you repeat export how we can export our data as CSV, Excel, and Notepad? Dr. Nasrullah,
So,
please. Your sound is noise. Hello.
can you hear me, Dr. Saab?
Yeah. Some noise is
Somebody,
coming.
somebody else, maybe Saima Munir has opened the mic. There is some
Okay.
sort of now it's okay. Okay, Dr. Saab. So
Okay.
basically, as you said that after importing the file, either in the CSV form or importing it in the form of Excel form, we can the same way we can export the file from Rstudio. I mean, in the form of results. So the result could be in three ways. We can get the imported file in the form of CSV. The command is, as you mentioned, the command in the command line. We can also export the file in the form of Excel file. And the third one, we can also export the file in the form of how to say notepad. So there are three ways to export the file: CSV, Excel, and notepad.
Yeah, that's good. So that's we can import our three ways our data CSV, Excel, and notepads. So in three ways we can import our data, and similarly our after doing analysis we can export our data from our softwares. So here is the data file concept. Now we will move to graphics, how we can
But
export our
Dr.
graphic.
Saab, I have a little bit confusion. If you can
Yeah,
see the
yes.
command, if you can see at the command line in printout file in a text file, these here are three lines command sync and where is
Yeah,
just come
print,
this, yeah,
print.
this one
Yeah, yeah.
sync and summary.txt, then print summary underscore one, and third one is syncs the two brackets. So this is three line command and every command is different. So what does
So
by
first,
summary dot
yeah, summary dot text is in, this is the file name. It's you can give any name and like that. So you have
okay,
you can give Khurram and any name you
okay.
can hear, and that is the
For
function
example,
you
if
perform
I want to give
earlier.
if I want to give a name Hurum, so I have to write
Yeah.
summary dot Hurum or the I mean how to
Now,
write.
Khurram dot text.
Okay,
You will
okay,
write
Hurum
Khurram dot
dot
text.
text.
Khurram dot text.
Okay,
So you
so
will
the
write
dot
Khurram dot
text.
text. So
Okay,
is the file? Yeah, this is the Khurram is the file name and text is the extension what you want to make.
okay.
So you want to make text and notepad file. So you
And
have to
how
give
about
that.
summary? How about summary?
Summary underscore one that is performed earlier in you can see that is the 43
Okay,
line. You can see in 43 lines our summary underscore that is function we perform earlier. So
okay,
that is the function that we want to export. So this one way we can export our files. So any one
okay.
person can explain up to how we can export our files. So we move to the graphics. So one person can, other one person can please willingly, so we can
Okay.
move to, yeah,
Basically, we have three forms of saving our files: Notepad,
yeah,
Excel, or CSV files. We
yeah,
use the command. We use the command write CSV and the name of the file
yes,
that and the extension that you want to save it.
okay, that's good, yeah,
And we can print our files also. We use the command sync and the name
yeah,
of the name that you want to give it to the file, then then
okay,
text extension. And we
yeah,
use
that's good, yeah,
print the name and sync with the brackets.
yeah, that's good. So up to that we have learned that how can we make working directory, how can we import a CSV file, how can we import Excel file, and then we have how we can export as a CSV file, as Excel file, as a text file. Now we are going to make export our graphic. We have made the graphics and we want to export it. How we can export them? So that's a background working, but at this end, we will do this graphic in our coming lessons. But here's I will just show you how can export your graphic. This is our graphic coding for a. So this will you will learn in graphic lessons. So and you can see in window 4 graph has made. This has lot of working background, but we will discuss in our graphic lessons. So at this stage, this graph we have made after all working, and we want to export this graph. So how we can export this graph in our folders that we made with working directory. So this is the command gg save. This is the we have graph name p underscore sod, and this is the extension. You will be used extension s dot png, and you can specify the width of your graph and you can specify the height of your graph. And I will run these commands, and you can see now in our folders are we have export this. So it's displaying, and you can see that the PNG file has been
Very
exported
beautiful.
in our folders where we made working directory. So this is our current paper with some students. So I have currently analyzed, so I have to show that. So we this is
Yeah, very
we, you will
very
make
beautiful concept.
you will make more beautiful graphics in coming lessons. That's yeah. So this is in there. You can see that it's how is clear that way. We
So
have
you see,
2
Dr.
year
Saab,
data.
how you see the beauty. You see the error bar. It's so fixed. So I mean, so beautiful the error bar on the graph.
Yeah, you can see that, and it's a three factors data. We have control mulches, and we have 2 years, and we have this is with the thing. This is commands, and you can see that we have not do an a manual thing. We will see that how we can attach different graphics into one file. So you can see that R is doing all for this. Did not do any manual editing at this stage. This is through commands. All this that stuff. So that's next is we want to export this file as a PDF. So we have to give now extension. This is gg save functions and p underscore sod dot PDF, and width and height are the same. So through this line command, we can export our uh, graph as a PDF file. So uh, you can see that in R this file has exported as a graph as a PDF. So you can see that R has exported as a graph. So you can export your graph in this way. So that's graphic has exported as a PDF file. And then we make other graphic as POD, and I will show you how we can combine these graphics. And this is other graph we have made. Now we want to combine this. As I earlier said, the editors and a journal have do not sufficient space, so they said you to combine different graphics in one page. So it's maybe very clear. Uh, so we can, this is the PDF, this is the functions. You have to name file figure PDF dot, and then you can specify height, width, and one file. We want to make one files, and then you can families, font size, you can say, and there's a grid dot arrange is the function then. And we want to combine our two file, a POD file and SOD file. We have made two graphics up to that, SOD and POD, and we want to combine these two graphics in one PDF file. So we can do with this command. So, and you can see that is a figure one is R has, and you can see that R has combined two graphs in one file. So in this page, you can combine your different graphics and one graph, and you can submit to journals, and you can combine it to three graphic also. So that's a graph export. You can export your graph as a PNG extension, PDF extension, and as a combine your graph into one file. So in this way, you can do export your graphics. So any question in export of graphics?
Can we
So Dr.
export
Saab,
in Word file or
Yeah, well, you can you can also import in Word file, but it's a good as PNG, its quality is good. So PNG or PDF. So try to export your file in PDF. So you can then it's you can put it in a Word file. So Word quality and your pixels are good as a PDF, and second option is PNG. So your figures, your table you can export into Word and Excel file, but you try to export your files in PDF and PNG for good quality pixels, and that's good stuff. So this should be high quality graphics in both, especially in PDF. So And in other country, we are also using Word document, but in other document, in other the softwares, LaTeX is very popular softwares, and so you can export your graphic as a PDF in LaTeX softwares. So it's recommended to in PDF files. So your graphics quality should be very high for
So,
journal. So
Dr. Saab,
journal will
Dr. Saab,
yes.
normally we don't need to save the same file in two different extensions. For example, the same data file in PDF and the same data file in PNG. Rather, we need to save our data, one data file in PDF, another is also in PDF, and third is another PDF. Then we combine all three PDF, together. Normal way is like this.
Yeah, no, it's we have not combined this through from PDF files. So we have combined original files through our functions in our softwares. We do not here to combine manually or anything. We have combined through functions and through our softwares. So you can do for your if your watch or you if your for your thesis you can import individually each files. But if you want to
No,
combine this,
actually, my question is this, Dr. Saab, as per your own experience in data publication, for example, you are dealing with one data, the file is Khurram underscore plant and soil, for example, this, and you save this file in PDF, okay, this file one. You don't need to save the same file again in PNG. My question is this. We don't need to save the same file in PNG and then again the same file in PDF. Usually work with either with PDF or we work
yeah, yeah,
to,
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's a good
as
in
per
one
your own
for.
experience, I'm talking about your own experience. Normally you deal with, you like PDF, the export in the PDF form or PNG form. Which one you prefer, in the
I
publication?
PDF, I PDF. PDF is quality is very very high.
Okay,
So I
okay,
prefer in PDF. So it's a not a pixel are not breaks in PDF, but in others pixel are sometimes figures break. So that's a quality remain not good when you send to journals. So when you
okay,
export as a PDF, your quality remain good. So I recommend
okay,
you to export you always to export in PDF form. So
okay,
you
okay,
can.
got it. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. So you have seen that's an important. So after that, we have import our data files, export our data files, and export our graphics, single graphics, and we can also export a combination of graphics. So last thing I want to discuss with you today that is very, very important and will make your life easy. So up to that, anyone has questions, so please clear it.
What is meant by GG?
Yeah, every extension you can give you, it will makes everything's. So what's
GG
I
means
prefer? Uh,
GG means
G, this is a GG grammar of graphics. So that is the function's name, GG save.
and what is meant by n row is equal to 2, n cul is equal to 1.
Yeah, well, you can see that we want two row and one column, and you can see that we have export graph that you can see that it's a two row. This is a two row and this is the columns. So you can
And
specify, but if you want to make rows and columns, so you can give it, so you want to three rows or three columns. So you can width and height is actually a specification of width and height. You want to give you in many rows or one rows, are you yeah, above each and others. So if you have placed two graphics, two lines and two columns. So this is a differentiation you want to make in your graph.
and,
What you
and
type of file you want. Mm.
okay. And what is meant by dev of dv of, yeah,
Uh,
in
uh, this is our two graphic name SOD and POD. These are the
no,
graphics
no,
we
no.
have.
At 111 dv dot of.
Uh, 11, this is the font size, font size 11 you want to. This is the in the figures what you font size you want to give you.
There is not mentioned point size in a 111. You mentioned dev off, dev dot off.
Yeah, that's a D dot dot. Yeah, that is the closure of that function PDF. We have write a PDF, so here will be closed. So function will be closed here. Def.org. So this is the whole command. So we have started with PDF and we have closed here these two, three lines command. So these I have closed here. Here
Where
off.
here command has been finished and column is equal to 1, then we have to write dev dot off also.
Yeah, you have to write, you have to close so that the R will produce graphics here. So it's you are not mention any more things. So here your all functions PDF is going to close. So you have to write these complete functions. Then your PDF file will be produced. Otherwise, it will not be produced.
And Dr. Saab, what does the family mean?
This is the different font families as Time Romans, Helvetic, as we normally mention Time Romans
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
family.
okay, okay. I got it. I mean the the how to say the X and Y axis. There are some legends. So
Yeah.
we whether we write it in time New Romans or
Pure
Calibri. Okay,
Romans,
okay,
yeah,
I
yeah,
got it.
that's
I
it.
got it.
Yeah, you can specify what you want. And the
Okay,
very,
thanks.
very important, very, very important thing is you can see that this is the row numbering and we are 119. We have run commands and we have made different files up to 119 rows we have completed. Now we can save all these workings with this save list all to file session. So with this line command, we can save all our working. So up to that, what we have made files, what we have produced graphics, all other stuff can be saved with these sessions. I show you that so you will understand that I save all this working. Now I want to do, I do not want to continue this working in this sheet in one file. I want to make another file. So then I want to make a new file. So I have put this load file here. So you understand that that's a very, very important for you and very helpful for you. So we have started our working. So it's displaying on your screen. 1 minute. So we have started from one line. You can see that row 1 to 120 up to we have 120 rows. If error comes in some points, it will be difficult to handle with if we have 4,000, 3,000 code lines. So it will be difficult to remove that errors. So we will sometime we will make initial working in one file and we start working in other files like that. I have saved up to with this command save list is all true file. This is the path of our working directory, and this is the session name. I have saved all session name. Please mute your mic. Somebody mic is open, please. That is the very, very important thing you have to understand that if we want to save our whole session here, we have do all working 115 up to one. We want to save all our working above working, so we can save it up to the hairs and we can open new files and R files and we can move this working to that point. So please clear that we can save and now I have open and other files. This is a load file is equal, that is the working directory and that is the session name. So if I delete all in 2 in window 2, no, I see that I deleted all the working. So we have deleted all that working we did so far. So R do not know anything up to that. but that session we save. Now we can load whole session with this command, and you can see that I will load our whole session with this load underscore brackets file, and this is the directory name, and that is the session I saved it. So I run this command, and you can see that you must understand that it's very, very important. And you can see now in window 2, R has uploaded all that working again. That will appears, and you can see in window 2, R has loaded all working that we have did. Can anybody explain? It's a very, very important points, and it will be very, very helpful for you in throughout the R learning and R things. So please clear this point.
Yeah,
Anyone
it's
got that point?
I mean, we can simply summarize these two commands in a way, just like a cricket match. The whole
Yeah.
cricket match is continue for almost 6 hours, the one day cricket match, maybe 7 to 8 hours. So if the
Right.
television doesn't record it in the form of highlights, some other body cannot watch the same match maybe 2 days or 1 year later. So there are two
Mm.
commands. The first command is to save the whole session, maybe just like a cricket match by that
Yeah.
command. And then you can
Yeah.
remove all these things. Maybe in the TV you can see some movies or something, but maybe after 2 or 3 days you want to watch the same match again. So you have used the second command, load file this,
Yes.
and when you put it, all
Yes.
the command is
Yeah.
all the section is
All
highlighted. Okay.
commands is all command is save in this basket or box. All things are saved. Now I will show something for you. I delete also graph here. Now you can see that I deleted graph. So no, nothing is present in R. So I just show you that's R will show that graphic that is saved within that commands. So I have loaded this command. I so put that now R will produce graphics or not. You can see that all you will see in window 4. And yeah, you can see that R has produced that graphics.
Yeah,
If
yeah, yeah.
just I put the name of that graph.
Hmm. So
So
Dr. Sab,
all
I have a
working is
question
saved
here.
within that. Sum.
Dr. Sab, I have a
Yes.
question here.
Yes.
We use almost 12 or 13 different commands from making working directory, then import in 3 different form, then export, and then combine it, and then print, and finally the graphics and the last two command. What if we do not press the first command? I mean, save the summary, the whole session. So will everything still be saved in the working directory? If we do not put this command, the save the whole summary session. If we don't, or we forget to put that command, and we switch off this Rstudio, still the whole session will be saved in the R directory or not?
No, not you will run. You will have that file will be saved, but you have to run every command again. You will have to run each command again. Then R
Okay.
will recognize your. But if you have run saved the session, you can just load, and R will continue from that point and that state. Otherwise, you have to start from initial. You have to run each commands, and then you will perform. You can move forward. Even for example, we have just all these we have start our important different files, and now we want to make graphics and data analysis. We have to run each command individually, but we have save our today's sessions. We can continue from this session from for next data analysis, statistical analysis, and graphics. So that's very important. If you have a if you have made some mistake in a long big sessions, so it will be trouble to catch that mistakes. So it's easy when you made a big file, so you save that file and make other file. So you have moved to that. You can make connection to, so you can load all your working in next file. So do not, I will advise you to do not much working in one R files. If you get any step you have made insert dot and other thing, and it will be give you errors, it will be disturb all your working. So do your workings in step by step. I will do that in when I will statistical analysis and graphics. I will show you, I will make 1 and 2 3 files. I will import files and do initial working in which, and I will make a separate R sheet for statistical analysis, and I made separate sheet for the graphics. I usually do practice, so I chances of error should be reduced in this way. So that's my point. So
So simply, conclusively, you mean that we shouldn't analyze all the data in just one session in one file because it might have some problem if we didn't save
yeah,
it.
so yeah, it's you have to run commands and everything from initials, and you will trouble in that. So you have to make different R sheets. So do some working in one sheet and two, 3 steps. You have to follow 2, 3 steps through 2, 3 R sheets. So you will be not trouble, and your commands will be run smoothly.
Okay, thank you, Dr.
Mohit Ali, you got you point that?
Yes, I get this point.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have
Repeat.
question uh,
Yeah, yeah.
about saving the graphs. Usually we submit our paper in like not in PDF form. So now the graph, if we save them in PDF form, how could we, for example, copy paste them
Yeah, I will show you in Word files. You
from the
can
PDF?
a Word file also can import PDF file for you. So I will show your screen and will show you that say in Word file you can import PDF file into your Word file. Word file can do that for you. So you do not change to PDF to any other forms. PDF directly import into your Word file, and you can see it in your in YouTube and somewhere say, and people are saying you will say you that how can you can PDF file in Word file directly import. You can do that. It's not problem.
Okay. So it's possible.
Yeah, it's a fruitful. Yeah. And you repeat as a loading function and saving. This is very important, Mohit Ali. You have to understand that point. It will make you easy and error chances will be less for you. Can you repeat
Okay.
us what is session
Uh,
what is the session saving? What is the purpose of that? How why we
uh,
want to save our session?
First, we use the saving list for saving all the previous work that we did. In case that we stopped or something disturbs us and we want to continue with our work later. So save command first for saving all the session. And we use the load command for loading the session if we want to continue with the work later. So this will save all our previous work without making any disturbance.
Yeah, that's a good. That's good. So you have to work in a small sessions. So it will save you and it will chances of error will be reduced. Uh, Anyone can repeat? Sayed Adil Hussain Shah, can you please repeat what is importance of saving
If we
sessions?
if we didn't save the session, we have to give the commands again. Then it is better we will save it when we are closing the session.
Yeah, that's good. And other one advantage is what is that? Why we want to save our session? Dr. Sama Munir, can you repeat today lessons from set working directory to session save? Dr. Sama Munir, please. Hello. You're listening to me? Dr. Sama Munir. Dr. Humera, can you please repeat today's session so we, Dr. Humera, it's no problem. We are with you. If you will be in any steps, will be confused or anything, we are with you. So we have to, so that our participants are learning things. So it's important. It's 2 days were very, very important for us. So we have built a foundation for you. And I hope that in next session, you will also guide me and you will do things easily. And you can run script. Anyone can.
Dr. Saab, you should ask Abdul Mukit. He's my student.
Oh, you can ask. So you are teachers. So that's a good. Abdul Mukid, Can you repeat in today's sessions?
Yes, sir. I can. So
Yes.
first of all, at the beginning, we have
Okay.
to create our work directory
Okay.
by putting a command as set wd and bracket in and where the command where the location is of the file is, and then we will run the command, and then we have to import data from our directory, which can be in the form of CSV file or in the Excel file. So when we have imported data, we have to summarize it. We have to summarize and do the other calculations. So for that, we have to run the command like summary and other statistical calculations. And after that, we have to summarize that in and convert them into a CSV file or a Excel file to get our file in the our directory, to save it in our directory. So for that, we have to write the commands to save it, and then again we have, if we want to print out the file like in a simple text file, we have to run the commands. And for graphical graphic save, we have to run again the commands for graphic save, and for the PNG file, graphic save for the PNG file, and then for the PDF file. After that, we have saved the files. We move on to the save of the session. If we uh, have if we do not save the session, our data will be lost. If our file is saved, then our all the commands we have written in it will be saved, and we don't have to work again on those commands.
Oh, good, good, Dr. Keith, very excellent. You explain all that. So today our lessons is up to that. Anyone have questions, suggestions, have any problem up to that 2 days? So he can share his comments and are welcome.
When you import the
Dr.
Excel file,
Yes,
yes, sir,
Syed
yes, sir.
Adilus.
When you import the Excel file, we write sheet name. Um Before is equal to, we have the right sheet name also, and after is equal to, we have to write the sheet name also.
Is equal to is equal before is equal to, you can write any name. Khurram, Syed Adil, Dr. Snowlo. Any name you can write. Is equal to is, you are free. You can write any name. But after is equal to, that function will start. Then R will start. You have to
Okay.
write that name. That is your data file. Is equal to, you are free. You can write anything.
Okay, and then here it is save list is equal to, this is ls. It means list
Yeah,
session.
ls list, let's list. Yeah, it will session is a list. It will save your all your workings.
Is L mean list, S mean
A
save.
list. Yes, this is a list. That's a function developing functions. So you can write anything. But a list, there's a listing. This is specifying that somebody has developed listing functions. So that's you can save a session in this form. So this is a save function commands. All the list is equal to ls, and all is true, and file, then it's path. And in the session you can also write any name in the sessions. So you can session underscore Khurram or anything. So this is you
And
are all working or save with the specify name. Yes.
in previous lecture, you informed us that by putting one command over, all packages are activated, or all packages are ticked. And
Yes.
when
Yes. Yes.
restart the RStudio, we have to run the command again.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But when you open your 2 days lecture, your all packages are ticked already.
So I have done that working before. So you do not take some time. So I will prepare for your today lesson. So
Okay,
I run
sure.
that command before session. So I was okay for to start the session. So I
Okay,
have
okay.
discussed all these things that's yesterday. So I should not take some time for that. Therefore I did earlier. Thank you. So anyone,
Sir,
I
I have a
hope you.
question. Sir,
Oh,
according to export of a CSV file in Excel format, can we export the CSV file into Excel format?
Yes, you can export. You are free. You can export CSV and Excel file, but you have to write. When you import, you must specify that is CSV file or Excel file. When you export, you are free. You can export is a CSV file or Excel file. You can do. That's the R is not involved at that point.
Okay. And sir, then when we wrote the command for saving of export file of CSV, we wrote write.csv in bracket summary dash one, and but in Excel file we wrote that write.xls and into data. Why do we write data in
Yeah,
why?
in Excel usually not import that file that has column that do not have columns names. In a summary file that have do not columns named, so it will give you errors. So I import data file that we have imported. So in R will not export that simple that file that do not have columns. So that's why
Okay.
that why I exported a data file. So you understand that commands for you.
Okay.
So it's if I repeat that it will be error.
Okay, sir. There are lots of commands to remember, sir. Is there any other method to remember this command?
So these are all command are available. So when you want to summary, you write on in a Google what is the summary command in or it will give you. It's not my, but you I said in earlier lectures I am showing you notes. There are different command in summary and all many commands are available. But you just understand how can use these commands. Commands are available on everywhere. No, that's no problem. Not worry about it. You do not need to remember any command. You just write in Google and the command will come out from Google. Many commands will be some. But
Okay,
you have to use. How can we use? We have to know basic. This 5-day lesson is on that thing. You have to understand that basic, and then you can use any script. I will give you that script. You will be run. You know that is the data file. That is the ARI. That is the function. That is the package required. Basic things I have clear in today in first lesson and second lesson, and we will move forward. So I will give you script and you will run it yourself. It will be not problem, but basic thing is that you understand how can you use that command. You do not need to remember anything.
okay,
That's
okay.
no
Thank
problem.
you, sir.
Any other question, please? I hope you have done your previous year assignments and you will reading our notes, and I hope that you will also do today assignments. So you go through the assignments. Assignments are very important, and our notes are also very important. It will clear your concepts and everything. I will also share you third day lesson tomorrow in morning. So thank you very much, all of you. We will meet
Thank you,
tomorrow
Dr.
in third
Saab.
lesson
Thank
in
you.
data analysis. And thank you. Thank you
So
very
we will
much.
practice.
Allah.
We'll practice on the session, and we'll put in the respective,
Folder,
in the
folder.
drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Allah
Dr. Saab.
Hafiz.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, thank you.